Alright, like I was saying, welcome back to the Baddy Charity League. My OBS crashed as soon as the draft started. That was cool. Alright, anyway, I'm Zed, and with me I got Cal. Cal, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good. Loving loving some League, loving some tech issues. We love everything here. And
Just tech issues just
yeah,
left and right today. It's great.
of course it has to happen on the last one, or what would it be
Yeah,
if
we've been pretty good all weekend, right up until we start. I'm gonna blame Riot for this, honestly.
yeah,
As
me
soon
too,
as
me
everyone
too.
opens League, just it all goes to shit. It's
Yeah.
kind of just a life lesson, you know?
We love lessons. In the meanwhile, we got Swift on the Vi, who received some buffs last patch actually, immediately gets hotfix nerfed, but probably still pretty good.
We got
Um,
buffs. We got Arcane just came out. Yeah, everyone's
yeah,
talking about Vi right now.
yeah, and I'm sure he's excited to see how good this champ is. Maybe he got some games in. I don't know how much Swift plays, but it's I at least saw it on some pro streams. So the other side of Mumu though, um, could be jungle, could be support, kind of a flex. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Immediately.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're definitely gonna be jungle. It's gonna be Albino Joe playing that Nami. We've seen it a lot, probably in this last SBL. Just kind
Yeah,
of go-to pick for him.
played a decent amount. Not to mention at World, it's one of the best picks with the Lucian. Specifically Lucian, but it's still fine with other picks. On the other side, we get Jinx Leona. Tree gets that Leona to try to kill the Nami. This is what we did when he was on my team. We just, we got to try to kill it. And we'll have to see if Jinx can bring enough power to do so. Jinx a little bit weaker early game, but still pretty solid. Much more mid game to late.
I feel like this team just like watched Arcane this morning. It was like, yeah, we're playing Jinx Vi. Whatever. Nothing else matters. That's what we're doing.
Sure, if we see
Which,
Caitlyn, like Caitlyn, Victor, Jace, I mean,
right, pick
they,
the
they
whole
kind of already
team.
screwed it up with Leona. We got the Camille on the other side.
Ooh.
Camille top, presumably.
She's been pretty
For
good lately, right?
she is pretty good. Very she's kind of one of those champions that doesn't have very bad matchups. Most of it's just skill based. How good you are at this. She has a very high skill ceiling. Kind of a high skill floor too. You can kind of int. Um, but in the hands of someone really good, it's strong. And who would be playing that? Would it be Micro?
I
Uh,
think so. I heard people kind of talking about, is it gonna be Mick top? Is it gonna be Thrifty top? Not 100% sure. I think I heard it might be Mick top because then we're getting another battle in the Marriage Bowl.
yeah,
It
I heard
ends up
that
being Mick
too.
Tizzy top.
May you die with your eyes
I heard that
closed.
as well. Maybe they're feeling themselves with the Camille pick. I'm excited to see who's going to be taking what. Um, as for the red side, still gonna look for an ADC. The Ash band, he goes to the
Oh,
Xayah, who also got hotfix nerfed this this patch. She had a lethality Q build that was very broken. Not as
oh
broken
yeah.
anymore. If he goes it, he's trolling, by the way, right now. There's two tanks and a bruiser on the other team. It's
Yeah,
it's not going to be good for lethality Xayah.
yeah, not great. Yeah, I've heard Zaya pretty interesting right now. There's like actual a couple different build options. Player is more of like a caster type.
Hmm?
I think it was Wang was telling me. Like a
It's just
like a
it's a
Miramana.
QE spam,
Yeah.
basically. Like
Yeah, not
that's
like a
your
full
that's your
AD
trade,
carry.
and yeah. Okay, the Twisted Fate for Thrifty
Ooh.
Senpai as well. So that's what's going on here. Yeah, probably gonna be Micro on the Camille, I'd imagine. Like, do you know if Joey plays Camille?
I don't know. I
No,
Joey
okay.
doesn't play much outside of the bot lane.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays AD and support, but that's
Hmm.
about it. But yeah, it does look like it's gonna be the Mick in the top lane. So yeah, we are getting the Mick Tizzy top lane. It's gonna be definitely something to watch.
Oh man, and Swift, he picked the Vi, he was hopeful, but and then Splinter takes it away, saying this is my jungle. It makes a little bit more sense. I kind of forgot that this team has 3 jungle players.
Yeah, yeah. This was the oops all junglers. Let's see if we can deny jungles to the other teams. Didn't quite work out, but yeah, no, I did the same thing. I just saw, oh, AJ has Lux Vi. Yep, that makes sense.
Yep. He instead picks the other arcane champion. He's like, okay, fine, I'll take Jinx. So,
Yeah, we're
yeah,
actually the return of AD carry HAS0. It's been a while. And obviously, it's kind of where he started and then moved to the top lane. And I knew he wasn't going to be top because I think he said he's never going back to top again.
okay. Hates it too much. It's too.
It's fair. I get it.
The top lane breed is different. It's a different species almost. You gotta
Kind of
live
is.
in it,
It's
breathe
a
in it.
different
You know
game
all about
too.
it. It's something. I could never be a top laner. That's
Same.
same. That's sus.
just
It's
because I
interesting.
just because I sign up and play top doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah, fair. You're just
No.
like, all right, you're picking Ornn and you're gonna like it.
Yeah. I'm not a top lane player. I'm an Ornn player.
Oh,
That's
fair, fair.
kind of how I think of that.
Okay. Just looking at the team comps though, real quick, these two teams are gonna want something very, very drastically different. Playing Camille Twisted Fate shows to me immediate they want this side lane pressure, where Twisted Fate can ulti to Camille. Camille can get places very fast with the E hook shot over walls. So if they can get a split push, it's hard, but if any type of comp is for it, it's this one. And meanwhile, on the other side, Malphite, Ziggs, Jinx, Leona, like even Vi, and all in their own right, very good team fighters. So this
Right.
is it's going to be a little bit scary more for the Nami and the Zaya. See if they can't live this. Zaya does have very good like defensive tools, at least. Uh, to try to get away from one of these things, but my only worry is if he has to ulti Leona ulti, then you know what's coming next. Malphite ult on your face, you know?
Right.
It's
Yeah. It's just gonna. They can just go one after the other.
yeah.
Something eventually is gonna land on the crystallize.
hmm But do we think that it's gonna be like, well, what are the chances? I'm hoping there's not a Leona ulti and a Xayah ulting and a Malphite ulting that while Xayah's ulting. Like, what if everything just gets thrown at
That's
him?
true.
That's worst case scenario.
Get the clutch outplay. Yeah, with the Zyle.
Yeah.
I think the team fight on the side of oh god, this is gonna hurt to say Peppa Pig porn. Over here on the blue side, their team fight comp looks pretty scary. Yeah, like you're saying,
Yeah.
a lot of just big play ults, a lot of catches. We got the Malphite ult, the Leona, the Vi ult to catch people.
Yeah, just throw Ziggs onto it. I was talking to someone the other day about Ziggs. Someone has like a clip of someone who, in a professional match where they threw like 6 Qs, missed all of them, and ultied and won the fight. So Ziggs is powerful. Um, it's a pretty disgusting amount of damage just from that ulti. We'll have to see um, how my Wang does on this champion. Ooh,
All right.
Mikro's even running the TP Ignite, which is the bait, the regular Camille thing. So he at least shows he knows what he's doing in that regard, having the right um rune or summoner spells. I can't speak.
All right, we are getting
Okay.
onto the rift now. Speed up real quick.
Yeah.
So we know the League Spectator mode is real great these days.
I'm looking, and right now we're about the same, so we're
Cool.
good right now.
Perfect. We'll see how long that lasts, but for now, it's gonna work with us. Looks like both teams kind of going bot side. I think we are getting a quick invade off IDFK.
Leona gonna be. They're gonna ward it. Double warding.
Ooh.
Free gold? No, they don't have a red trinket.
Oh, yeah, mastery emotes coming out. Man, it's a good thing all chat's not disabled, otherwise we wouldn't get this sick banter between the teams.
Very true. That's gonna be the
Damage.
downfall of the Baddy League.
We're
It's
gonna
all
ruin it
taken.
for everyone, yeah.
So, interesting thing to note, actually, blue side did get a ward right where it was pinged right there near the red. So they should have knowledge of where Vampyworm is. Well, knowing he's not actually starting topside, that ward might not disappear before he gets over there. It just kind of depends how he paths. So we'll see if Splinter can control the early game, just based around that. But otherwise, pretty standard, both starting bot side.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone is going to control the early game, it's going to be Master Splinter in the jungle.
Very true. From what I remember, Vampyworm isn't a low rank player. I think he's gold,
Alright, not
maybe?
bad. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look up him and a couple other people I haven't played with in a while.
Yeah.
And gold's not bad, puts him at probably maybe upper middle of the pack as far as the group we have here.
Oh, Tree running forward, put the ignite on Joey early. They both flash forwards, but don't get the kill. He has to either early back or pop all of his health pots.
Oh,
And
he's gonna stick around, he's got the
W.
heal.
Yeah, he'll be okay. No pun intended, but it's gonna be dangerous. With the level 2, like, Tree still has flash. This could just be a dead bot lane, one more minion. Go forwards! Hits!
There's the hook in.
Oh!
I think he zapped a minion there.
Yeah, he zapped the minion. Might not have a month of the kill, but interestingly enough, Crystallize not bringing cleanse is very, very dangerous. Pretty much everyone who plays against Leona has to take cleanse normally, so we'll see if that ends up biting him.
Yeah,
later.
especially on Zaya.
Hit more.
I mean, outside of your ult, you're not getting away from much.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be hard, and I think this game, it's gonna be hard to not build just like a Kraken Slayer too, which is the one where hitting like it's like every 3 autos. It's kind of like a PTA in that way, but you don't have to hit the same target. It's just every 3 autos your auto does more damage, and that's generally known as the tank killing one. Ooh, good Zaya feathers there. Vampyworm looking for the gank onto Tizzy, but the wave's pushed. Gonna be hard.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, Tizzy!
Oh! Oh, he got baited in by the Splinter gank.
That means Splinter has to flash out too. Gets ignited, gets the flash from Vampyworm, but does get out.
Wow, that kind of lucky that ended up working out. Tizzy wouldn't have pushed up unless West was there.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, he just happened to come at the worst possible time. No one was expecting the Amu out of the bush.
Yeah. The problem is ganking this Malphite pre-6. Malphite's gonna Q and walk away. Like, there's nothing Malphite can do in this this matchup. It's not even a bad matchup for Malphite. It's just not one that they really win. They just kind of go even, I believe.
Right, yeah.
So, unfortunate for them, as Mikro is going to get a little bit more of a lead. Vampyworm has that first blood money. See what he does with it.
These early farm numbers, kind of just pretty average across the board. Thrifty, as he does, looking excellent on the farm.
Yeah.
Not one to miss too many minions, but a little bit of a difference so far in the mid and the top lane. So HAS
Yeah.
kind of pulling ahead here of Crystallize.
A little bit there. Crystallize is going to go for that early back. Also, if you remember, I said that if Crystallize goes the lethality build, he's trolling.
Is he going the lethality build?
He is going the lethality build.
Oh yeah. I see the tier.
He's got the summon Airy. I really don't like it against triple tank. I don't think it's that OP anymore to go it.
Big
He is
going
gonna get the
zero.
damage.
He get chunked down to half.
Gets the heal. The one thing that I will say that's not the worst about the lethality build, is that he has Micro on Camille who will output a lot of AD damage, so it's not going to be like the end of the world that he's not super high damage, but it's still, I don't know. I wouldn't do it if I was Zika. Early air drake for Master Splinter.
So predictable.
Girl, oh, looked like he was going in for a little bit there. Though honestly, with just that Malphite Q and walk away, the trade not as good as it might have looked at the start there. He's been able to keep a lot of pressure in the top lane. He's been pushed past the river and hasn't really been ganked for it.
Yeah, good thing for the red side is that they did force the early back, and if Mikro wants, he can either walk forwards with Vampy Worm, who's kind of looking for an invade, maybe looking for the Gromp steal. I don't even think Splinter will find this.
No, yeah, he's taking it right now, and actually, yeah, Splinter gonna take the wolves, and he's going down to his red. I assume he's gonna look for the bot gank, because they've been pushed up for a while now.
And it looks like it. And Vampy Worm just gonna get one CS up, a little bit up in the CS department itself by a couple camps. Not the biggest deal. Gonna look for a mid lane gank here. Onto my wing. Is it gold card? Gold card lands. Oh, we see the ulti. My wing tries to flash out Satchel, but it's not enough. He's dead.
Yeah, I think might have been a kind of a wasted flash, but meanwhile, Xmas Tree gonna engage onto Albino Joe. He's putting out a lot of damage. The Ignite is out. Joey running. There's the heal, but a follow-up stun. Splinter comes in.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he made it out, but they're gonna turn on to
He still has
Crystallize. There's the
flash.
stun. He flashes. Tree landing the E to get in, but the counter bubble gonna take him out. And now Thrifty with the TP in and Vampy Worm. They're gonna clean up in this team fight. That's 3 for 1 in favor of IDFK.
Yeah, it's super worth for the red side.
Triple
as they
kill on Thrifty.
go.
What a
Yeah,
gigantic ult.
He's so strong. Like, usually TF isn't someone. TF is someone who doesn't really one-shot. He's more of a utility carry normally, but when he gets fed, he's gonna start one-shotting people with these ulti WQs. It's
Right.
gonna be so painful.
Right. It all really kind of comes down to how much pressure can he get. You know, how many plays can he make with his ult in the first 15-20 minutes. And if he doesn't, then he's not a huge threat in the late game usually, but yeah, well, he's going now. This could be real dangerous for Peppa Pig porn.
It's gonna be difficult as the thing they do not want is losing the early game against this team. That's kind of their like, ooh, Crystallize looking for a trade, gets a tiny bit of damage with that Aerie, but that's all we're probably gonna be seeing in the bot lane. They don't want the extended trades. But yeah, as I was saying, like the one thing blue side has is the heavy team fight, and as long as they can get into the mid game relatively even, then their team fight will just be purely stronger. But now that it's, I mean, 3k gold lead, it's gonna be hard to find engages, and it just kind of gets miserable for the team that wants the team fight. They go for a wombo combo, but it might not be enough if they're this far behind.
Right, they're gonna need to be picking like the perfect fights. Yeah, they're gonna need to hit multiple huge ults if they want to kind of overcome this gold lead that and kind of starting to see here.
I just don't think red side can get it though, because I don't think we're gonna see TF grouping with Zaya, or Camille's not gonna be grouping. Like, it's gonna be hard, really hard to pick their fights. We'll have to see how they do it. The one thing they do have is the early Drake. That if I was them, that's the one way to force a team to group is to play around the objectives. So we'll have to see if they can manage that, can get Jinx to a good enough spot, get Ziggs to a good enough spot where they can start to carry as Splinter is looking for the gank.
Yeah, we see the Tizzy ult to engage.
Oh.
Splinter following up with his ult, and they are gonna get the kill on the Mick. That's going over to Tizzy. Or Wes. He's doing all these ganks, only one kill.
But it was actually a really nice ulti from Splinter, canceling Mikro's E. Because in a perfect world for Mikro there, he can E out like E out before the ulti even, like the ulti will go through and then he'll E past it.
Thrifty with his ult, Vampy Worm coming in, deleting Master Splinter and saving a plate on that turret. Only one going away. Meanwhile, the Mick with the counter TP, they're gonna take out my Wang.
Yeah, it's actually ends up being a two for one play. Ooh, Tree goes in on the bot side, fights everywhere. Crystallize uses ulti but 1 HP. Oh my. Oh no, another TP.
Thrifty.
Oh my gosh.
Thrifty with so much map pressure with this double TP he's got, and Tree is so deep. That last turret shot gonna take him out. Thrifty didn't even follow, he knew. Wow, yeah, like we were talking about that TF getting ahead. Look at that, 7-0 right now. The back-to-back, he used his ult to get top, then he used his summoner TP to get bot. Back-to-back, huge ganks out of him.
Just press X real quick, and you're gonna be able to see all the gold.
Yep.
And it's not close. He's 3k above everyone.
Holy
That's like a full
shit.
item above every single person in this game. It's not looking good.
No, it
Ooh.
is not. Gonna be the first one to finish his mythic as soon as he gets back here. And then Drake also gonna go over.
Nice try at a cheeky steal from Splinter. I think he might have smited a little bit early there. I didn't know if he didn't have smite or not. Yeah, it looks like he smited a little too early. It's just a little bit of poke damage. Oh no. Tizzy misses the ulti. Trying to poke him down. This is a good matchup for Malphite for a reason.
Close.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Vic gets it! He got an ability back up at the last second. Gets the kill. That was way too close on both sides.
It was very close.
Might have come down to
Funny thing is,
minion
if
damage.
Tizzy hadn't missed ulti, that would have been the easiest kill, as they're just engaging again bot side. Joey does have the flash this time, uses the ulti, speeding everyone up. Looks like they're gonna try to disengage here, but TF
Here comes
in
Thrifty.
too. Forces the flash from Swift as Splinter comes in with the gank, the stopwatch, the most annoying item in the game. As they're gonna keep poking. Another TP coming through, but Tizzy, she's coming in just herself, and that's all she needs. No ulti.
Yeah, Wang also with the roam down, so the entire blue side ends up in the bot lane at one point.
That is
And
exciting.
actually, not for all the people there, not too big of not too many deaths there.
Yeah, definitely not a lot of flashes blown, as the only people who have flashes left are My Wang and Vampy Worm, who has in the meanwhile been looking at this Herald. Not gonna be able to get it in time for turret plates, but still maybe gonna be able to do some good damage, hopefully mid lane, because it's so hard to destroy a Ziggs' turret. That's where I'd look to put it.
Yeah,
But
they're gonna need a lot
maybe
of
he wants
pressure.
to get this top lane gold.
No plates actually taken in the mid yet.
Oh, Tizzy's so dead.
She is, but we got Splinter and Wang coming in to try to save it. They're gonna engage on the Vampy Worm.
Oh!
Tizzy with the ult, that's the double kill for Tizzy. Poor Master Splinter once again.
What a huge turnaround. That was actually all started. I didn't see everyone. I wasn't looking at the minimap like a bad player, and just My Wang's ulti just deleted all of the minions, a lot of the health, and really set that play up for success as Tizzy gets the 2-man ulti, and they just a good roam back by the jungler and mid laner from blue side to stop the dive.
Yeah, that might just be keeping him in the game. Obviously, we still have the insanely fed Twisted Fate on the red side.
Yeah.
But they're only down about 3k gold.
Yeah, and that's not the worst. It's about the same as it was a couple minutes ago, which honestly is a win. Like I said, they're trying to get even. They're not actually needing to be ahead against this team. It's
Right, they lost the Rift, they lost the Dragon, but aren't really losing any more on gold, so yeah, it definitely could be worse for them.
a little bit of miscommunication from Tree and Swift. As Swift is backing up, Tree goes in. Swift might smell the jungler nearby.
We're now engaging on Tizzy.
Just
It's
looking
a
for
good
some
amount of poke.
poke.
Wow, he took no damage in that exchange.
Yeah, that it's difficult. Tizzy already has the Frostfire Gauntlet, already the Steel Caps, but ooh, Thrifty getting the gank. He doesn't have stopwatch. Swift
Giant
is happy.
shutdown. That, yeah, that's gonna make up in Splinter's mind. That's gonna make up for all
Yeah,
those kills he wasn't able to secure
definitely.
getting those ganks. Gets a giant 1,000 gold shutdown.
That's
So Peppa Pig porn kind of getting back in it. You know, they got behind in the early game, but they've really been coordinating some ganks and team fights lately. Kind of like we said, what their comp is about. But Mikuro engaging onto Wang. Wang, excellent last charge. Just gonna force
gets
the
him out of there.
disengage. He had that set up right before he got stunned.
And we're going to be looking at this dragon spawning soon. Bot lane actually going to be looking to engage first. Getting the poke, getting Zai ulti, but trading Ziggs ulti for it. This honestly might be worth it for red side. Not having Ziggs ult is a big part of the kit, like I said in the pregame, as Mikro is going to look to engage, ulting onto my Wang. Kind of alone though.
Yeah,
Double
the
ulted.
1v5 engage. Vampy gonna go down.
Oh,
Oh no, a third kill coming out onto Albino Joe. Mikuro, what was that? His team was at tower and he engaged in the enemy tri-bush. Actually
That's-
1v5. All 5 of them were there. He may not have known that, but that's why you don't just jump over random walls.
Do you remember why I said that this champion Camille, she has a high skill floor and a high skill ceiling.
You did say that.
Yeah, funny enough, back when the Camille video, like the Camille release video was made, I remember they said her weakness was sometimes Camille players can go a little bit too far.
Yeah,
like that was the
I
most
textbook
ridiculous
case
thing.
of that right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Tree coming in on Crystallize. Looks like we
Crystallize should
got
be
him
dead.
cornered. Here comes Splinter. Good blast cone though. Not sure
But
if that's
he's
gonna be
no
enough.
ulti, no flash. It's just
Look
more
at
money
that
in the
weird.
Splinter bank.
Now the kill lead on Peppa Pig Porn, or in Peppa Pig Porn's favor. They've got basically
Even
tied up on
gold?
gold. Just a couple good team fights.
Yeah. Like I said, red side, they should not be playing for the team fights. Even though that was trying to like make a pick for Dragon, what they want more is just side lane pressure.
Thrifty dropping the TP in the mid lane.
Oh, red card.
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, I didn't see a stun come out. That's gonna be the difference between Wang surviving and dying.
Yeah. As the blue side can kind of have a sigh of relief for, let's see, 85 seconds.
Oh, there it is, Thrifty in chat. He's washed. He admits it.
Ooh, does Tizzy keep going? This is gonna be, they're going for the 1v1. I think Tizzy actually wins this though.
Yeah,
It's
she's
no
forcing
ignite.
Mick out. Oh, but Mick coming back in. Is he committing the ult? And they're going all in, and Mick's got this. Mick with a 700 gold shutdown.
Yeah, and a little bit of miscommunication, as honestly it was surprising. Maybe they just weren't saying anything, or they were saying like, okay, let us 1v1, because both solo laners had TP. They had the choice of stepping in there, but let the two battle it out, you know.
Yeah, it could be. Luckily for them, not really any huge objectives worth fighting for yet. We do have the Rift Herald. It's gonna be up for about 20 seconds. I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to secure that.
And definitely it doesn't look like anyone wants to, as Baron will come up, but if I had to guess, it's gonna be the name of the game is gonna be Dragon, as Vampy were misspotted on a ward, so everyone kind of knows where everyone is right now. Let's see, Mikro is actually trying to solo the Herald, but doesn't have the time, just kind of has to walk away. Ooh, I see the engage.
Yeah, Vampy very deep. No team finally getting in there to back him up, and they've actually kind of separated PPP. But they're getting forced out. Tizzy with a giant ult, forcing Crystallize to use his ult. Thrifty with the troll stopwatch right before he dies. He's gonna go down. Only one kill out of that so far.
One
No
kill,
real
but it will
objective.
open them up to go for the tier 1 mid lane, as the entire red side just going to bot lane. They're just kind of going to leave it. Tizzy going to use the ulti to make sure that Mikro can't get anything done, as that might actually be important for the upcoming dragon.
Yeah, PPP looking to take their first tower. Hasn't really been a ton of tower pressure on either team so far. But we're at, this is 20 minutes. We're going to be chunking through them. One goes down. They might be able to get two there.
Gone.
Yep.
Tier 2's gone. They didn't defend it. It's just going to be gone. They're going to trade it for tier 1 bot lane and some camps topside, it looks like.
Both teams trying to get a little pressure in some of the lanes. We got Dragon up in a minute. Probably going to see a lot of recalls on both teams to get set up for that. It's going to be the next big fight.
Yeah. Honestly, worth for blue side. The thing about taking both mid lane towers is that opens up both jungles for vision. And that's going to be huge on these upcoming dragons. Like, it's free real estate, you know?
Yep, exactly. Although, it looks like the red team at least getting some Baron vision. Looks like they might have thought there was some action going on over there. PPP making moves towards Baron. They're getting wards set up on their own red side.
Honestly, I don't... Red side's gonna start up this Baron.
Oh, and PPP has no idea. They have no wards on that entire half of the map.
There's also no blue trinkets open. Lots of teams
they don't really know.
Do this. But they're gonna walk forward. They're gonna walk in. They're gonna know. As the Ziggs ult chunks them all to half health. Mikro's really low. The Malphite ulti on 2. They're so low. The Baron is stopped and they're dying. Solo.
Oh my god, they're all so low.
Watch Jinx.
Oh, AGS is excited.
She's gonna kill them all. Well, they know.
Oh, he missed
Look at
the
Xayah
zap.
in the bush. Zaya's getting out.
Oh no. That could have been a... Alright,
goodbye.
Splinter at least gonna get in there, get a dunk. So 3 members left for PPP. They're pulling the Baron now.
And they're like, it's our turn for the big purple worm. A little bit less purple at Worlds, but...
Yeah, they're not exactly shredding it, but also there's really no one to contest. Crystallize has an idea. Oh, actually a TP coming in. Here's Mikro.
Gonna get 2 at least. Ooh, ulti Splinter doesn't get the kill. Turns, but turning on the Splinter was actually never gonna work, unfortunately. As this is desperation. Oh, they're just. Oh no.
I think they're kind of starting to run away with this now. They got the Baron. They're up on gold. They're getting kills. We've got 2 members down for
They're gonna
IDFK.
get Dragon too.
They are, yeah. It's gonna give them their 3rd Dragon. Put them on Soul Point. And they should be able to take, a couple towers with this Baron. We got split pushing available with Wang's TP up.
This is gonna be real rough.
There's their 2nd Infernal Drake.
Yeah, they're pumping up the damage, and at this point, red side, all they can look for is really the Twisted Fate picks. They need to get some side lane pushed out. At least Vampy Worm is doing that, but if he doesn't recall now, it's gonna, they're gonna be able to get pressure on that tier 2 bot lane.
Look at this setup here. They're Splinter baiting a bush. Oh no, he's gonna recall just before Mikro shows up. Oh, but Thrifty TPing into mid. He goes in on Wang. There's the stun.
That's
him
the
down.
pick that I was talking about.
But meanwhile, blue team engaging on the bot lane turret. Tizzy gonna catch Mikro. Is it gonna be enough? There's the stun.
Wait, they're backing up?
Yeah, they were scared of the rotate from mid, so they're gonna leave Mikro alive and get out.
Yeah, Jinx could have probably rocketed that and killed, but we're not.
Yeah, I think they could have finished Mikro and been ready to fight 3v3.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Yep, gonna play it safe, back off. So they get 1 tower so far with this Baron buff.
Eyes open.
Like I said though, that's exactly what red side wanted to pick, and Mywing kind of giving it to him, pushing alone while the rest of his team's bot. Just a lot of time lost, unfortunately, as it gives red a little bit of fresh air.
TP coming into mid from Mywing, gonna save the turret, but Mikro's going in on him, and the whole red team collapsing.
Stopwatch.
Sonya's
Good
is
flash.
enough to get him to flash out. Splinter gonna engage on this. This Ig Bomb comes out. Splinter goes through the wave with his ult. He is deep, but he is doing so much damage. Mikuro
Oh.
goes down to Ignite.
The slow.
And the Leono
He's
just barely clips him. But Thrifty getting out anyway. Yeah, there's no one close enough to follow up, so 2 kills to 0.
Enjoy with the speed up. They were biting off a little bit more than they can chew. One of the most important things in competitive is tracking those stopwatches. It bites them and gives the enemy team chance for free inhib, really. I don't think they're going to get more, but that's going to be a lot of pressure on them. Oh, did he stun? Yeah.
Because I was going to stop a recall, but just does not do enough damage to Tizzy to really
It was
do
actually-
anything.
It stopped the TP, though. It did cancel TP.
Oh,
which,
yeah, sorry, that was a TP. Okay.
funny enough, didn't really matter that much. I don't know what they were TPing. She was TPing
Yeah,
for.
It seemed a little unnecessary, but
Ha, you won't get that wave. Walk.
Right. Yeah, they're going to take the tower a couple seconds slower.
Yeah. Thrifty kind of trolling Splinter a little bit too. Stops his recall. Just, you know, do what you can. Make him a little bit more upset. It's
Tragic.
the game is about it's a mind game. League of Legends. You know, it's all about the
Exactly.
mental.
Speaking of recalls, we're seeing the entire blue team going to recall. Getting set up for this. We got Soul Point coming up in a minute 30. We're going to need to set up Vision. They got their last buys in. Look at that. Red wards on every member of PPP. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Those Vision
And-
scores. Look at Tree. Look at that. 56.
Yeah, that's a true support right there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Tree not be top Vision score in a game.
All right. Well, we'll have to see next game as I'm gonna be fighting him for that. I'll,
right.
I'll let him know.
The
Maybe
real win
that
con.
should be our bet.
Oh, okay, I like
bet.
that.
Oh, goodbye.
Wang absolutely deleted the pick comp from the red team doing work. And they're kind of going in on Tree, but they're going to have to back off. They don't know how many members of the blue team are in that bush. Just 2.
Yeah,
But a
true.
huge pick. Now we've got, Dragon coming up in 40 seconds, Wang down for 30. Gonna be maybe a little late to the fight, but not too bad. It's TP not up. So gonna have to run it.
Does relieve mainly just a little bit of pressure for them, but unfortunately they're gonna have to go back and push out those lanes again. As really blue side taking full control of the enemy jungle as
Look at
like,
those wards. Every
Yeah.
bush is warded.
if
Red
you
side
toggle
has
the vision
nothing.
too for the red side, it's so dark. It's so scary. We don't know where they are, and we don't have Thrifty's ulti to just tell us, as they do see Tree, but he's going in for the ulti. One man Malphite ulti onto the Nami. Maybe not enough though.
Going somewhere?
Now,
Splinter
huge
gonna be
Amuald
fucking
actually
stop
kind of turning it around. They were 2 for 1 so far, and the red team's going in. There's Mikuro looking for something, but he's getting blown up.
Oh, Jinx!
Oh! Wang just barely getting the kill. Burn from the Leandri's gonna pick that up.
But the big thing is Splinter is dead. This is a 3v3 right now, but one jungler is alive, so
Right there. It's gonna
Thrifty
force
has
them to
ulti.
engage if they want to try to secure this dragon in the soul.
But the big thing for blue is they don't have to technically go in. Thrifty, if he comes down and doesn't deal with this is 2 super minions hitting on those turrets.
That's true. That could be a turret. Yeah, actually, Thrifty actually TPing in with his ult. They're on the dragon. It's going down. The smite gonna come out, and yeah, that's secured. Blue team
Yeah.
deciding they really can't force anything.
Yeah, a little bit dangerous. But if I'm blue team right
Run
now,
the
I'm
Baron.
just like, okay, Baron.
Yep.
They wasted all of their vision to try to get this dragon.
If they
This
have to
is-
D the
this is our
base,
chance.
they can't send everyone to stop. Splinter
Yeah.
and Tizzy respawning. They're running in. No vision on the top side for the red team. This could be free. Thrifty the only one close, and he's
This
not
is
really
absolutely
going to be
free.
able to secure.
Okay, the only thing that can get it is wild cards at this point. But if
has to
Splinter
be
loses
absolutely
Baron to
perfect.
wild cards,
He's going to try it. Nope.
no.
Unfortunately too late, so that's the second Baron going over to PPP this game. Just
Okay,
great objective control from them, which honestly not surprising with AJS and Splinter on the team.
yeah. If we're looking at the red team though, the bright side, no Infernal Solvas. That will really, like, with the Ziggs, that's gonna hurt really, really bad.
Yeah, they lose the Baron, but fortunately do prevent the Soul from coming out.
Almost best case scenario, honestly. We'll have to see as blue side. Right now, if I'm them, group up 5, no more risky Ziggs in the mid while we're all bot. Nothing like that. I don't want to see Thrifty getting more picks and just force stuff. The inhib is open.
Right, there
Or
haven't been a lot of just clean 5v5 team fights so far in this game, and I think at this point PPP would pretty decisively win it.
Yeah.
They get even a decent engage, so maybe we're gonna see that coming in on this inhib. Thrifty split push in the side lane. Obviously got the TP up, so it's not gonna matter too much. But yeah, that inhib just gets absolutely shredded.
There's nothing they can do there, as they're maybe wanting to force. Splinter's like, no, we gotta stop up them, but they
Coming
don't.
from Thrifty.
2-man bubble.
They could just threaten to win this.
I really
Got
don't
enough-
think they can.
No, they looked like they wanted it, but now the Thrifty's back. They're gonna back out, maybe look to take something in the top lane.
Yeah,
Wave
trying
pushed
to
out pretty far.
get these inner turrets, getting the vision, getting a couple jungle camps as well. Ooh. Thrifty ults in, gets Splinter, forces his flash, then blue cards him, tells him, see you later. Flash for ulti, and Vampy actually flashed too, so flash for flash on the junglers. Could mean a lot.
IDFK trying to clear out those supers in mid. Fight at the top turret. Yeah, here come all the ults from the red team. Just not doing enough damage
On
though.
the Leona!
Yeah, look at that. The combo coming in, and blue is just cleaning up. There goes Thrifty. Now he flashes out. He's gonna live.
Oh,
So 2 for
Joey.
3. Not the cleanest fight, but a win for the blue team. They're gonna get this top turret. They're gonna force some recalls. They might push for 2 here.
I think they can just get inhib with how long these death timers are. They have Baron. Even with the low health, they shouldn't be in too much danger. Splinter has GA.
Thrifty running back in with that home guard, but not quite fast enough.
They're a little scared. It's understandable. This game's been close, but all in all, 5k gold lead for the blue team.
Yeah, so we got an inhib and 2 towers with that Baron play. Gonna buy them time to. They're gonna reset, start getting set up for that dragon. Once again, we got a minute out, soul point for the blue team. And we're gonna see another big team fight here, possibly game deciding.
Yeah. And funny enough, if you want to look at that gold real quick before this fight, we were talking about how much gold Thrifty had. That gold lead shrunk to 700 for him over my wing.
Lead, yeah.
But in the meanwhile, Master Splinter, the 5k gold lead. Oof.
Kinda, it was off the back of that 1,000 gold shutdown he got in the early game. You know, that was like his second kill of the game. And I don't know if he's died since then. Up to 11 kills now, most in the game.
Yeah. Looking pretty strong as they're trying to force them out. They have the tanks. They have the pressure to just walk forward and say, what are you going to do? Nothing. As they clear out all the vision. If you toggle that, like for red side right now, they can see nothing. They have no idea what's happening. Like, this is so scary.
Just 4 wards up on the whole map.
Oh yeah. As Mikro gonna engage, but the 2-man ulti hits the Xayah this time, but Ziggs ult misses. As Swift 1 HP, Mikro doing work. As both carries are down.
Like, absolutely cleaning up. A Thrifty gonna fall as well. 2 for 3 so far. And blue's coming back in though. I think they got it. Vampy Worm fleeing with about 100 health, and it looks like they're going for the win.
Yeah, this is very, very possible for them. I don't know if Vampy going to be able to stop it. They did, in all of that chaos, get the soul, which is huge. All that setup paid off. able to get the soul, maybe able to push for the win.
Yeah, only one
As
turret. Getting that Nexus turret early, gonna come in clutch here. We got 10 seconds before the first respawn. Vampy Worm
slowly
going
but
down.
surely.
They're on the turret. Turret falls. They're on the Nexus. No one to defend it. And PPP gonna win this first round.
GG, well played.
GG. Yeah, great comeback from them. You know, they had a rough early game. Thrifty was, I think, 7-0 at one point. And then the mid game was kind of defined by those just excellent engages, good coordinated team play from PPP. Really turned them around. They got Master Splinter kind of fed. All right,
Very well played.
check the stats. Maybe take a look at some damage graphs. Wow, my Wang.
Ziggs, I'm telling you,
Tons of damage.
ulti.
Yep, just some classic Ziggs shit there. Yeah, good roams from him. Had some gigantic team fight ults. All right, well, we're gonna keep this tournament rolling. So next we've got the losers going to be facing off. So that is Mundos Without Borders and IDFK gonna have to play again right away in our first elimination match. And we should be back with that in just a minute, so stay tuned.